guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Rose. So today I am doing an origami project for an event over on the Rach and Bella Crafts Facebook group, and we have two projects to do, and we're going to swap with five people in the group. We're going to swap with all the 5 people between us, and we each have 2 things to make. So one of my things was an origami piece. Now I had an attempt earlier on at something pretty involved. They're kind of very intricate, and these are quill pens. So you can see you have the nib and you have your feather, but I didn't like how they turned out. Now I do have the 5 of them made, and 1 or 2 of them are pretty good, the rest of them not so much. And I was finding that the paper itself was just too thick, and I didn't have anything thinner. So I went thinking again, and I came up with these little bows. So aren't they adorable? That one is a little bit torn. I'm going to hold on to that one for myself, but I'll swap out these ones to the girlies, and they're really adorable. And on the back, you're supposed to cut these tails, but I have left them open, or I have left them intact, because I think they might make a nice journaling space if the girls want to use them that way in their journals. So I'm going to go and show you how I'm doing that. And the first thing we're going to do, we're going to take our paper front side up. This is a piece from Rach and Bella's spring kit, the, what is it? Snowdrop and Blossom spring kit, and our group in the event decided that we were going to use the kit for our journals. So we're going to fold and fold, and then we are sure I have that right. Yeah, yep. And then we're diagonally folding as well. There we go, and open it up and do the other diagonal fold. There is one part of this that is a little bit niggly, and it might frustrate you, but keep trying and you will get it. It's just a matter of re-watching the video to where I do it, and you'll see how I'm doing it. Okay, so that's what we have right now. The next thing we have to do is think about it for a second, apparently. Okay, so we're catching on the diagonal here, and we're bringing these 2 points together like so. And this is going to fold down like so. Okay, let me do that again. I just want to make sure I have this the right way I want it anyway. There, so you can do it on either corner, it makes no difference, just my paper is directional. I'm just trying to figure out, is there a best way to do it, and there doesn't seem to be. So we're just catching where the diagonals are. They're mountain folds when the paper is faced towards you. You're kind of pinching the corner here, just like so, and just bringing those together and lying it down flat. Okay, so I'm going to reinforce my creases there. Okay, so keeping it the same way that it was when you folded it. So this is the way we folded it, and our open parts are here at the bottom. So we are going to swivel it around, and this corner we're going to fold it. Now this will determine the size of the square on the front of your bow. So I like them smaller rather than larger. So I'm going to just fold it. I don't know how much that is. Let's see. Looks like about 1/2 inch. It's about 3/4 of an inch actually is what I have folded. Okay. Reinforce that really well because we're going to need those lines. Okay. Now we're going to open this back up And on the plain side, the square that you see around here, we're going to mount and fold those. So we're going to just reinforce those folds in mountains. Just like so. I'm just pinching them. Now this is the tricky bit, okay? So it may even take me a minute to get it, but just bear with, okay? So what I'm doing is, okay, so I am pushing down with my thumb in one corner here. I'm pinching that just here at the corner, okay? And I'm bringing that diagonal over, and I'm going to bring the bottom corner. So we have the top corner here. I'm going to bring the bottom corner of that square across to here. Now making sure that this piece is going down into the piece, okay? And then you'll be able to do it here. Now the piece right at the very bottom, the center of this, will often stay popped up, and it can give a little bit of resistance. Now it's fine to just fold it, but I like to just very gently pop it down with the top of a pencil. And very gently, because that piece is under a little bit of pressure at the moment, so it's very, very easy to tear it. Which you don't want to do, as you can see I did in one of my other ones. So that's that. Now you will get a sense for this, which way it wants to sit. That seems to be the best sitting way for me. It doesn't really matter, it's just something that I noticed when I was doing them earlier. Okay, so this is what we should have, a little diamond. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to fold this edge, but we're going to fold the top edge so that it meets that middle crease. Okay. I'm just using the top two layers there. And I'm going to do the same on the other side, folding it down to meet the center. I'm going to flip it over and do the very same thing on the other side. And that's both of those done. Now, one more slightly tricky part, but I love this part. It's like magic to me. So we need to open this, but the piece that we have popped down on the inside needs to stay in there. It needs to stay creased and folded. So I open it a little bit like this, so that it looks a little bit like a flower that's opening. And I put my finger on the center piece here, and I push as I'm, not very hard, very gently, just put a little bit of pressure on it so that it doesn't pop open. And voila, there we have it. Now that to me actually would make a fantastic piece just on a journal page, even as a pocket. I think it's beautiful. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, we're going to turn it over, and you will see that you have a line here. You need that to be horizontal, just so that I can explain what you need to do next. So these two pieces coming down here, they're joined, so we need to snip them, and I'm just taking a very small sliver off of the very edge, like we do when we're opening envelopes, and you're going to do that on all four of those. Okay. And that's all the hard parts over and done with. It's very simple from here on, okay? But that piece where we pop out the middle, I think that's just awesome. Like I said, it's like magic to me. I do love origami art. So. Okay, so these pieces are now free to move. Okay, so we are going to bring this one down here. Get rid of my little bits. I'm going to bring that one down, and with this edge, this corner here, we are folding this edge here so that it is meeting the center line, just like so. Now these folds are going to be quite important at the end, so try and get them as good as you can. Here we go. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Now my light is actually after dimming a lot here. I'm sure you seem to have enough light, but I can't see a thing. I'm getting in my own way. So I hope when I go to edit the video that it'll actually be visible. That would be a shame. Well, I guess I just have to make more. So that's what we have right now. Then we're going to flip these two pieces up. And we're going to do the same thing here. But we are going to overlap this a teeny tiny bit. This fold will be shown on the front of the project at the end, so there needs to be no white gap in between those two pieces, okay? There we go. Same on this side. Just the teeniest of overlaps. Here we have that. Now, next thing we do, these two flappy bits here, we are going to cut them in half, being very, very careful not to cut the square. It's hidden under here at the moment. This is the top of it, and this piece here is the bottom of it. So make sure you do not cut those pieces. You're just cutting the crease up to where it's flat. Okay, like so. I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to do the same here. Here we have that. Okay, so we're going to turn to the back again. And the next thing is we're going to take these pieces here. Now this can be a little bit difficult to explain. Where it meets up on this piece here, going to take that as our fold edge, okay, just there. See this little in here? We're going to use that as a guide for where we're folding, and we're folding a straight line down from that. Okay, so we're bringing the edge in to make a straight line down from that. Now these folds aren't particularly important. You can fold them any way you like. After you've made one or two, maybe you'd like to try folding them differently. But this is just the way I'm doing it for the time being. So I've done that on both sides, and then the inner pieces here, the inner edge, I'm again going from where it meets up here. I'm using that as a guide where to fold, and I'm just folding that back so that it meets the corner there of the other one that we just folded. Okay. That's those. Last step, you're going to take your pointy bit and fold it over to meet the middle of the square. Maybe just shy of the middle of the square, just a tiny bit shy. I'll bring that up to you so you can see. Okay, here it is. And then I'm going to slip it underneath the square, like so. Okay, I'm going to do the same on the other side. The reason I just bring it up over the square first is just to make sure that I get them done evenly and that I don't fold too far that it won't be able to slip under the square. Okay, and there we have a little origami bow, and I think they are absolutely adorable. And of course, making them with different papers will give you different looks and all the rest of that. I also like that these pieces could potentially be popped out like so, and it could be a little bit more 3D, like that, if you wanted to glue them into place. And also that we have the option here for these little journaling spaces, which I really like. So that's those, guys. I am going to decorate a little bit more, but I'm going to leave it at that for today. I will try to put photographs maybe at the end of the video, or if you are on Facebook, you should be able to see photographs on Facebook also. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that, guys. If you have any questions at all, if you're having any difficulties, let me know in the comments below and I'll see if I can do anything to help you guys. Okay, and I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Bye.